Hello, welcome to the 3D market commentary for today, which is Friday, August the 5th. Let me just put the disclaimers up there on the top left-hand side. Please read them, even if you need to pause the video to do so. Gives you an idea of what you can expect from these types of videos. Now, let me just show you different places that you can go if you need help and support. So you've got my email address here, becky@tradewithufos.com. There's also this link, tradewithufos.com/Becky. So let me take you to what that looks like. So it'll take you to this page. Now from this page, you can do many different things depending on what you need, what you're looking for. You can book one-on-one coaching with me if you'd like to. You can book into our group coaching. You can look at our courses. You can look at our apps. You can check out our live trading and our courses and login areas. If you scroll outside of that, then you can track the trades that I'm placing in my live sessions, stocks, Forex and crypto, see what's happening with those trades. Are they winning? Are they losing? Why are they winning? Why are they losing? Why would they be break even? Why would we be getting out early for whatever reason or cancelling a trade? So you can fill those in or you can check on those. If you scroll down, a bit more information about the apps we have on different platforms. If you scroll down further, bit more information about our own platform, top. And if you scroll down even further, a question and answer section, which you can learn from other people's questions, or you can of course post your own question for free and get the answer to it as well. So lots of different help and resources, depending on what you need, all from this link, tradewithufos.com/Becky. Now, the 3D market commentary, if we bring that up, it's an email actually that we send out every day. And if you need to get this email for yourself, it's a free subscription to this email. Go to tradewithufos.com/newsflash and you'll get this email every day. Now this email goes through major world markets looking at three major elements, hence 3D market commentary or 3D approach. So we're looking at three different elements per market, looking at the statistical probabilities. Now the three things we go through, first one is market climate, which essentially means the likely movement that's upcoming. Is it likely to move up? Is it likely to move down? Or is it not likely to move either direction? Now we use an app to help us. It's called AutoClimate. It's a free app on most platforms that you can get it on. AutoClimate shows us with these different dots where the probabilities lie. And I'll show you what that looks like per market. Then we look at buy and sell UFOs, which in this case, UFOs stands for unfilled orders. What that means is where do we have buyers that are waiting to buy that could push price up, or sellers that are waiting to sell that could push price down. Again, we use an app to help us. We use technology to make this easier. We've got an app called Auto UFOs, and that's where we can see these little UFO type icons with the lines. The green ones with the prices on the right-hand side, they show us where buyers are. The red ones with the prices on the right-hand side show us where the sellers are. So we're going to look at that per market as well. And then the last point we'll look at is market volatility, which is essentially how quickly we expect that market to move. So we'll look at each of those elements per market, starting with the S&P 500, which is the top 500 US stocks. Now, for each of the markets, we are looking at a daily time frame or daily chart. Different things happen on different time frames. We're focusing here on a daily chart. So for the S&P 500, we have a thick blue dot on AutoClimate. That tells us that we have probability upwards. Now, we have buyers, but they're quite a way away. They're here between 37.13.5 to 36.39. We have sellers, again, quite a way away, between 45.09 to 44.32.75. Overall, we have buyers and sellers on the chart, but far enough away that they're unlikely to have any impact on near future movements of this market. Overall, we have probability to the upside here coming from the climate. Now with volatility, we'd expect movement up or down in 1 year of 21.93%. So in 1 day, that's movement up or down of 57.34 points. In a week, it's 126.22 points. And in a month, 262.75 points. Okay, so that's the S&P 500. Now let's move on to crude oil. So let's load that. Now it says up here, before we have a look at crude oil, let me just squish it so we can see what we want to see. There we go. So before we look at that, just to highlight our courses here. So we do courses in futures, stocks, forex, backtesting, trading plans, and psychology, as we can see there. Now, depending on what you need, of course, there's hopefully going to be a course there that can help you, reasonably priced, and most of them come with a 3-month complimentary access to the apps that we use. Now, the apps that we use, you can subscribe to them directly. So AutoClimate is a free app on most platforms you can use it on. You can subscribe to that. Auto UFOs, this is a paid for monthly subscription. Depends which platform you use as to how much it costs. You can get them directly by going to tradewithufos.com/apps. You don't have to do a course in order to use the apps. However, it's often cheaper to get a course and get 3 months complimentary access to the apps than it would be to just use the apps for 3 months. So check out what works best for you there. Okay, coming back to crude oil, we have a thick red dot on our AutoClimate. What we see there tells us probability is down. Now we have sellers up here between 96.57 to 92.59. We have buyers here between 80.47 to 77.83. We're kind of in the middle there, so I wouldn't anticipate that either of those buyers or sellers will affect us very much today. So overall, price moving down based on the climate, probability down. Now with volatility, we'd expect movement up or down in 1 year of 55.14%. So in a day, that's up or down of 3.07 points. In a week, 6.76 points. And in a month, 14.06 points. So that's crude oil. Now the next market here is gold. So let's load this. Okay, now just to show there about the coaching and support, and I'll put it up on the screen here. If you go to tradewithufos.com/coaching, you can check out our coaching packages. I'm just going to squish this down as well so we see what we need to see. There we go. Now, we do a lot of coaching for free on YouTube and different social media platforms. We put out recordings of our live trading sessions so you can watch them, understand the methodology that we're using. Some of those trades might also still be valid after the fact as well. And that's all available for free. If you want access to the live trading videos as they're happening to follow as we go, then you can subscribe to our coaching plan. It's an all asset advanced coaching. You get that live trading session and extra resources as well. So you can check that out if you want. If not, you can go to our link tree, which I'll put up on the screen there. Go to our link tree and check out our different social media platforms and see the free areas that you can go to get that extra help and to follow along with the coaching. Okay, so gold, thick blue dot, probability upwards. Now we have buyers that we are within right now. Those buyers are between 1805 to 1770. So currently, as we speak, pushing price up. We have sellers quite a way away, between 2003 to 1962.7. So overall, probability up from the climate and buyers pushing us literally right now where we are. So more probability to the upside than we might have seen in previous markets. Now, just to say, just because something is probable does not mean that it is definite. Right? So, of course, the only thing we can expect in the markets is the unexpected. We can't expect that things go exactly as we predict them to all the time. So you might want to layer extra things on top of this to increase probabilities even more. Definitely, whatever you do, manage your risk. Okay, so when it comes to volatility with gold, up or down in a year, 16.95%. In a day, 19.25 points. In a week, 42.37 points. And in a month, 88.19 points. So that's gold. Okay, the next market is the US dollar. So let me squish this down. Oh, this is interesting. So I say it's interesting because price recently is just sort of not really knowing what it's doing. We have thin dots on our AutoClimate. Doesn't matter the color. Thin dots tell us not enough probability either way, what we call an unconfirmed climate. So it basically means that the US dollar recently hasn't quite known what it's doing. Now, we currently have a thin dot, so again, not enough probability either way. And we have buyers beneath us at 105.44 to 104.405. Price came into those before and was pushed up. Buyers push price up. That's why we want to know where they are. But we also have sellers that we are within right now, between 106.7 to 105.855. So what we're seeing is sellers pushing down, buyers pushing up, pretty much around the same place in an environment where the climate is unconfirmed and undecided. Meaning, who knows? Oh, that's interesting. That's just happened literally as we've watched it. These sellers have been taken out, meaning the buyers were stronger. I was just about to say, we don't know which one will be stronger. Buyers proved us there that they were stronger. They have broken those sellers. We now have then no sellers above us, only buyers beneath us. So literally, as I was explaining it, the conditions changed, the dynamic has changed. So we'll rehash this. Thin dot, so the market still doesn't know what it's doing in terms of where the probabilities lie. However, the buyers that were beneath us that have pushed price up were strong enough that they pushed through all of the sellers that we had there. Meaning that I wouldn't be surprised to see this market confirm itself to the upside, perhaps later on today. Keep an eye on that and see what happens. With volatility, we'd expect movement up or down in a year, 10.28%. In a day, that's 0.68 points. In a week, 1.51 points. And in a month, 3.14 points. So that's the US dollar. Okay, now the next market is bakkt Bitcoin. So let's load this one. Okay, so bakkt Bitcoin, thin dot. Not enough probability either way. We have sellers above us that have pushed price down a couple of times. They are between 24,375 to 23,500. Price came into the sellers, pushed down. Back into the sellers, pushed down. Back into the sellers, pushed down. That's what we expect sellers to do, is push price down, and that's what they've done. Now we have buyers down here between 20,832.5 to 18,922.5. Now buyers came, or price came into these buyers before here, was pushed up from there. Buyers push price up. That's why we want to know where they are. So currently we have an unconfirmed climate, and that's because we had a climate pushing up, but those sellers have worked to start pushing it back down again. So it's now come to this period where it's not quite sure what's going on. Buyers are pushing it up, sellers are pushing it down at the moment with more or less equal force. Hard to call it. Wouldn't know which side is going to win. No one will know that. So all we can do is wait for it to clear itself one way or the other, give us more clear probabilities, and then we go from there. In terms of volatility, we'd expect movement up or down in 1 year of 76.51%. So in a day, that is, I'm going to round it because it's long numbers, more or less 1,100 points. In a week, more or less 2,500 points. And in a month, more or less 5,100 points. So that is bakkt Bitcoin. That's the last of our markets. For each of the markets, we've looked at market climate, buy and sell UFOs, and volatility statistics. Last thing to look at is our weekly economic calendar, which, just put this back up here as well, so you guys have got that if you need it, which today being Friday, the 5th of August, we've had some news coming out. Not surprising to see that movement on the US dollar. Just came out as we started the news flash, 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Non-farm payrolls that will affect the US dollar, obviously already has affected the US dollar and the US markets. And then Canadian unemployment rates as well. So if you are trading in those markets or trading those currencies, be aware of that initial movement as the day starts. Now, if you have any questions, you can go to tradewithufos.com/Becky. And again, if I bring that up, here we go. Check out apps, courses, coaching, one-on-one coaching. Track our live session notes. These are the ones that I place in my sessions, so you can track them. If you scroll down to the bottom, question and answer section, which you can use to either get an answer that's already there or post a new question and get an answer within 24 hours. Otherwise, you can email me, Becky@tradewithufos.com, And I'm always here to help, whatever you need. If I say something that doesn't make sense to you, by all means, ask me to clarify. That's what I'm here to do. Today being Friday, I will wish you a great end to your trading week and a great weekend ahead. And I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.